What's up, guys? My name is Jomel Scaro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifu. Welcome to episode 63.
6'3" boys, 6'3" girls. I mean,
Oh.
if there were girls.
I would hope so. I mean, we're a very inclusive podcast, so I hope that everyone from genders and furries alike are here to listen to us.
Everyone from genders to furries. No, we don't accept the furries, remember?
Well, you don't. I'm trying to include everybody, Jarron. Come on.
No.
Other than that, how's your week so far, Jarron?
Honestly, it's been pretty fucking unremarkable. Oh, no. Sekiro's slowly controlling my life, but I now
Is it
have
controlling your butthole?
exactly. I'm making a statement right here. I don't think I made the statement before, but this time I'm making an actual statement.
Okay.
Come Tuesday night,
Okay.
when I have the time, because that's when I have the most time free to do anything, I am recording a video about Sekiro. I'm
Okay.
going for the WBTV. It's gonna be about comparing it to Dark Souls and how people are stupid and don't fucking need an easy mode. Or they might need an easy mode. I'll play the devil's advocate as well.
I mean, okay. Wait, you're recording on Tuesday. When is it actually gonna be uploaded, though?
It'll be recorded on Tuesday. Uploaded
Whatever the fuck you want.
ideally on Thursday.
Okay.
Because once I'm done recording it, I mean, it'll be like maybe like 10 minutes or so. It'll be edited down that day and then likely finished on Thursday. So
Alright.
I'm setting that time period for myself because I need to put some content on that bish.
Yeah, I mean, we both do, honestly. I haven't been doing my part as well either. I get
It's
it.
okay. It's in our adult lives. It's hard to make time.
I don't know, Jerome. PewDiePie does a video every day.
That's because that's his job.
I want us to be our job too, Jerome.
Right. We have to start getting money first.
This is true.
If we both can make like at the very least $30,000 a year off of it, then yes, we could quit our actual jobs and do YouTube. But until then,
Well, I mean, with YouTube doing the whole demonetization thing,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Our videos are not monetized at all because I
Oh.
think we're flagged for.
well, we're not flagged at all. It's just that we're a explicit channel. But no, I'm just talking about like the whole general thing with YouTube's policies. There's been a lot of fuckery going around with YouTube lately.
That
And
is true.
it in a way it demotivates me to even try, just because like, is this like, am I gonna just get flagged? I mean, even though, you know, we don't get monetized. Remember that one time when I first tried doing the Vitoshi video, I was being flagged
Well, yes,
for a
but
bunch of
that's
different things.
But that's because we didn't understand how it all worked. But now that we do, we can work around it.
Hopefully, I mean, like, cause like, you know, like using stuff like our openings and endings, you know, that could be considered flagged. Cause have you? I mean, just real quick before we keep going here, it's like some people are getting flagged for like covers of songs.
What?
Yes, I know. It's like
That literally doesn't make sense.
what happened to a YouTuber that I follow on Twitter. He said that he was flagged for one of the covers he's done on a song.
Man, I really hope we don't get flagged because we have to change the song to fucking 63 episodes. Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're gonna monetize the actual podcasting channel itself, since, you know, a lot of that source. I mean, the whole YouTube thing with our podcast is just a home base of sorts. I would like for us to expand the WBA TV, though. You know, have that be like the bastard child of our fucking podcasting channel.
Right.
But moving on here for a little bit. I don't know. See, I don't know if you. I'm sure I saw you liked my stuff on Facebook, John. But recently, yesterday, as recording this podcast, I went to Star Wars Celebration for the very first time, and my God, my titties were inflamed.
Was what's his face there? Jar Jar?
No. Well, what do you mean, like the actor?
No, just
Oh,
a
Jar Jar.
a costumer or something.
Yes, there was actually. I did see one walking
Good,
around about.
good.
It was fucking amazing. Oh, like, uh, Oscar Isaac was there. John Boyega was there, like live. They were there like in person. I was like, holy shit! Like,
Nice.
and like this, I guess this is the first time. This was the first time. Don't quote me on this. This is the
Mhm.
first time Star Wars Celebration I think has come to Chicago, because it's always either in like London or like different states in the U.S. So.
Mhm.
And I mean, granted, I was actually gonna go to like I was eventually gonna go to Star Wars Celebration in general, just because I've always wanted to go, just because of how fun it looks and all that shit.
Right, right, right.
I had completely forgot it was this weekend. To be honest with you, I thought I had 1 to 2 months to like prepare and shit. But when I
Mhm.
saw the Facebook post, I'm like, wait a minute, it's tomorrow. I found out on day 0.
Jesus Christ.
So I was like, well, it's payday. I might as well just spend my entire check on fucking merchandise, and I fucking did.
Yeah.
I fucking did.
Yeah.
Well, not my entire paycheck, but you know, a good chunk of it. I bought myself some like jewelry, like Star Wars jewelry. Oh, I bought like a watch, there was this like. So there's a partnership going on between like Nixon watches. They're a luxury brand of watches, and Star
Mhm.
Wars. And I happened to get the shiny little Captain Phasma one. It
How
looks
much was it?
really nice. I mean, you don't really need to
How
know.
much was it, Jomel?
Point is,
How much
the
was it, Jomel?
I got it for a good deal. Okay, so
How much was it?
$130. Hey, that's better than that's better than the regular MSRP. The MSRP for this fucking watch apparently is like $500. And because it was like, it was the con special and show floor special, I got it for 130.
Man,
I can feel your discontent with me.
I'm very discontented. That's not nice.
There really isn't. But I want to buy more shit too, like from the show store. But apparently, it took like 6 hours to even get to that fucking thing because the lines are massive.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're fucking
Yeah.
terrible. A guy had to wait 1 hour to pay to just pay for his item.
Well, I mean, I get it. Like Star Wars is still has a huge community, even
Yeah.
though most people are like, shying away from the newer movies.
Yeah, I don't know why though. They're pretty great.
I mean,
Because
you
the
say
fucking
that,
trailer
but
for episode
but then
9
real
is
fans are saying no, Ray's
real fan, real fans.
yeah.
I don't know. See. Oh, let me get this out of the way first. Episode 9, that teaser trailer, fucking wet. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Jarron, but I
I've not.
definitely I recommend you should, just because like they're bringing back some big boys.
Like,
I mean, I kind of want you to experience it, Jarron, for yourself.
I mean, you say bringing back good boys, but you have to.
Well, actually, hold on. I mean, you're not much of a Star Wars guy, are you? in
Not
general?
really.
Okay. Well, okay, fine. For those of you that haven't even seen the trailer yet, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'm about to talk about that real quick. Lando's back. Like they have fucking Lando back.
Lando Calrissian Bide.
Like his thick ass is back. Like he looks like everyone's Uncle Phil flying the fucking Millennium Falcon again. It was great. When I saw him on the screen, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Finally. And at the end of the trailer, like Ray and the gang kind of like go over like a little hill, and you see like a part of the Death Star,
Mhm.
like in the sea, and then when it blackens out, you hear a faint laughter.
Is it Calrissian Bide?
What?
Isn't that its full name, Lando Calrissian Bide?
No. I'm talking about something. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, okay. Is Vader back?
No, not Vader, but fucking
Is Palpatine back?
yes.
Oh, Palpatine! I love Palpatine.
The Emperor's back, and not only that, when the trailer ended and the lights went back on because it was like a big, presentation and all that stuff, the actor was standing on the stage when
Yes.
they fucking turned the lights back, and he was like, roll it again.
Right. Yes. Oh, one of my friends is going to be super excited for that.
I
'Cause he
know.
loves Palpatine and how ridiculously evil he was.
Are we gonna get? I hope we. I kind of hope we get the Palpatine clone, the cloning Palpatine story arc with that. You know, find out there's a whole fucking room full of them. And they're
That'd be
like, do it,
fucking amazing.
do it, do it, do it. Just
Do it.
a bunch of them.
Unlimited power.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
I need it.
I mean, it's but I see I enjoy it. I mean, for the most part, I've enjoyed the new Star Wars movies. Like it's been a nice little twist. I mean, since Force Awakens, I've had like a celebrity crush on uh fuck. My mind is going to a blank right now.
Obi-Wan.
Yes, because Ewan McGregor is a fucking like. Well, I like his beard. He's like Jesus for Star Wars. But no, talking about Daisy Ridley. Like I've had a celebrity crush on her since like The Force Awakens. So hey Daisy, if you're listening, want to hang out? Probably not listening. But I mean, it's
Believe
funny
in
how
yourself, Jomel. Maybe you never know.
it's funny how you say like a lot of people are shying away from the new movies and all that stuff because there's different. They're like different. Well, they're different obviously, and everyone's not up to. I guess either changes and or too many retcons. Like, there's always the argument of like there's too many retconning, there's too many like new shit going on, or there's too much like nostalgia being involved.
I mean, that's a fair criticism. When they constantly get rid of the canon. Well, I can't say constantly. They only did it really once.
Oh, I mean, to be honest with you, the whole canon doesn't really. I mean, the quote unquote original canon didn't make too much sense either. That's why they kind of like put everything in. That's why they kind of had to separate a lot of things.
Sense.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wish they put certain things in there, like what is it, like some of the Boba Fett legends in actual canon, or like is Old Republic canon or is that legend? I don't think. I feel like
I don't fucking remember.
But like, yeah, it's because I mean, it's. Well, I mean, I'm talking about certain criticism. Like, I remember when the first one came around, people were saying that it was too much. That it was too much, like A New Hope. Like it was too similar to old movies. And then when The Last Jedi came out, that was too new. Like there was not enough old nostalgia, in that movie. And I mean, at least in the case for the last movie, it seems like it's a combination of both. I mean, it seems like you can't really win in general when it comes to like the different sides, and
you can't win in general at all when it comes to fans.
Honestly, and funny enough, that's actually kind of what we want to talk about for today's podcast, where this same kind of like mentality also applies to the cosplay community, especially.
Yeah, fans are fucking. Now, I mean, I'm a fan of stuff, but
I mean, are you a fan of like accuracies and like people being too on par to the point, like really on point with their fucking shit?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. When it's accurate to what the character actually looks like, yes, I do get it like a +1 interest in it. But like, I'm not gonna tell anyone that isn't 100% accurate. For example, like when someone's cosplaying a white or light-skinned character and they're brown, I'm like, I'm not gonna hate you for it. Like, especially if it looks good, or even if it looks bad, I'm not gonna fucking be upset about it because cosplay's for everybody.
Yeah, honestly. And before starting off on this, I would like to thank our good friend Martrell for giving me this topic for this week.
Mm-hmm.
So he was talking to me about this some time ago. So he doesn't have any social medias, or he's off the grid. So if you see him in person, follow him. So
right,
follow him IRL.
What do you mean off the grid? He's still on fucking Facebook. I see him liking my shit all the time.
Well, yeah, that's about it. But he doesn't like interact. So I mean, fine, follow him on Facebook.
He interacts with me.
Yeah, that's it. I'm talking about anyone else. Like he doesn't.
Well, no one else matters.
That's right, Jarron. No one else fucking matters, and we're doing a podcast for no one. That's how this fucking thing works.
accurate.
But because like I don't know what the story is honestly, but because Marcel was talking about a story where well, it's like you said, there was a character that was normally light skinned and stuff like that, and a person of color was cosplaying them like pretty good, but everyone was giving her flack for it, like just because they're not accurate to the original design.
And
Now,
that's a damn thing.
I mean, I don't know where the roots back to. I mean, apparently it's a real problem here in the Chicago cosplay community because people are like real anal about it here, just as much
I mean,
like New
I
York
honestly,
Comic Con or like San Diego. All the high end cities are like real ass about that kind of stuff.
yeah. But that's just because they're fucking.
I mean, what do you think about it, John?
Look, all right. So, okay, again, like I said before, I get wanting a 100% accurate rendition of a character because, you what's the word? You get like
It shows like doesn't like it kind of shows like a more of an appreciation for the character. You think?
it's more of an obsession at that point.
Uh,
I mean, think about it. All right, so when I see people cosplay May that aren't thick Asian women,
right.
uh, like I mean, they're how do I say this? It's like, all right, I get when I see it and
Mm-hmm.
it's that accurate. I'm like, all right, that's fucking swanky that people actually look like that. And I'm like, yeah. Now my obsession of the character is complete. I get to see a full 100% rendition of somebody, but that's not realistic. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's not realistic to expect people to look like the characters from a show or game or whatever
Mm-hmm.
because that's not how the world works. We can try,
It's always fun to
and
see it. Some people do kind of really get to that level.
right, it's fun certainly, but like again, having that kind of expectation all the time is asinine.
Right. And I mean, and I learned a lot about that. I mean, not really learned, but like, I really felt a lot about that. Like even yesterday at the con, where like, um, how do I say it? Like people, there's always like the stormtroopers always had the it's always had the fucking standard uniform or like a Mandalorian, right?
Hmm.
But like but when you see other people like giving it a different twist, like I actually cosplayed yesterday too. I
Hmm.
was cosplaying in my Slav Trooper gear. Hey, but
uh,
you know what? The original hip hop trooper, the red stormtrooper with the Adidas stripes, he was fucking there, and I got to take a picture with him. He was
nice.
amazing. He commented on my shit too. He was like, "Looking clean, man." I'm like, yeah, thanks. But like, it's stuff like that where like when you want to mix it up and like want to have fun with it. That's what cosplay is all about.
Oh no, trust me. In fact, I would almost argue that I prefer mix-ups more so than the original because it's even funner. Like it gives you a whole new idea about said character.
Or like,
For
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't. Uh,
Like a remix of a
all
cosplay.
right, here's a shameless example.
Okay.
I love it when Jessica Nagiri, famous cosplayer, does bikini cosplays of Pokemon. It's fucking great. That
hmm
Charizard one fucking did it for me.
That was for years back though.
That was years back, but that's an example because everyone can look it up and find it.
That's true.
I loved it. People, of course, I've seen people like
I'm
do,
sure you love it, but yeah.
yeah. Well, everyone should. Uh, I'm sure people have seen like I don't want to necessarily say animatronic, but when people get that cardboard going the right way and they
Right.
actually make yourself look like a fucking dragon or
Mm-hmm.
shit
Or
like
even
that where you have like you make yourself actually look like the monster. Yes, that's cool as fuck. Don't get me
mm-hmm.
wrong. That level of detail is hard to get, and I have nothing but respect. But because I'm a fucking piece of shit and I love titties, um,
I mean, if Jessica Nagiri was sporting a cardboard bikini, I'm sure you would
a
fucking.
cardboard bikini. New wave of cosplay, cardboard bikini cosplay.
Oh god.
Make your titties square. Minecraft that shit.
What? Oh my god. Uh I was expecting that. I was more so just like, was little plates of fucking like cardboard or something that
I
kind
mean,
of
I've seen
fashion
that
itself.
too at this as
Oh
well,
really?
but
Oh, I haven't seen it before.
not like large scale where it's a thing. Like make it like pixel art,
Oh, I see, I see.
but cardboard art, I guess.
I mean, they could always use like Amazon boxes and kind of like display like cardboard Amazon boxes as like actual bikini parts or like swimsuit pieces.
Oh, of course, but like that's what I mean. Like that, I think that'd be hilarious, and it'd be an interesting. I mean, people do pixel art of characters, but like, I mean, like for everything though. Like, I want to see a cardboard box version of May, or a cardboard box version of, literally any character. Fucking cardboard box version of the stormtroopers, but like make it look purposely cardboardy, not try to make it accurate to the
Right.
character, but make it boxy. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh yeah, yeah, I get. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like putting in the effort, knowing that it's like a different material or something like that.
Right. It's again, it's still taking the spin on it, still being true to the characters, but like having fun with it. That's what it is. That's what cosplay is. You're having fun. You're enjoying the things you like, and they don't need to be accurate all the time or
Right.
at all. If you want to just fucking if you want to be like, yeah, I'm cosplaying Goku, I'm gonna wear my, that T-shirt that had, with the designs of his gi.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're not gonna get any like professional pictures of it, certainly, but
I mean,
we feel
if
the
you get
love.
friends though, they will, because we should all be kind of just like having fun with it and
Right.
taking photos of everything.
Well, I'm not gonna take professional pictures of you if you just in a T-shirt, but um, I will respect you for it and know that you at least enjoy the show enough to get the T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually one of the other arguments too. Like, does sexy cosplay even count anymore? Like, what
Oh,
is it, like a
of course
sexy
it does.
version?
It's validated. You can fucking wear sexy cosplay. Look at the
Like,
fucking Diglett boys. But this is harkening back to a conversation we had before about this a similar topic where
yeah.
we we were saying does cosplay matter when you're not hot?
Wait, did we talk
But
about that
we
specifically?
something similar to that. I don't
Okay.
exactly remember, but basically the whole thing was if you it was how much how hard you have to try for your cosplay and make it good, and we made the argument that all cosplay is good. It's
Mm-hmm.
just it you can compare it to like the level of I guess professionalism. Like you can't go to a business meeting in fucking a t-shirt of a business suit. You can't do that.
Right.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
So
not
you have to
practical.
apply the same idea to um like professional cosplay. Like if you're gonna make money from it, if you're gonna do stuff like that, yes, you have to try fucking hard. And trust me when I say professional cosplayers try real fucking hard.
Yeah. Honestly,
They sleepless nights, fucking hundreds and hundreds of dollars in materials, fucking thousands of dollars in materials, depending.
and thousands of
Um,
hours working on those.
Thousands of hours working, and it's again, when they're trying to make it professional, when they're trying to make money out of it, it makes sense. But that's not discounting the people that might not necessarily be able to make it accurate. Maybe you don't have the body type for certain things. For example, if you're trying to cosplay Nami from One Piece, but maybe you're you're a heavier set person. Fucking do what you got to do, fam. If you love the character, you
I mean,
cosplay your character.
all those characters are lanky as fuck though.
Yeah, well, again, it's unrealistic, but
Yeah.
trying to expect everybody to be 100% accurate is fucking.
Or like if your neck isn't up to par, you want to cosplay as the Yokes no ballroom characters. You don't got that giraffe neck. You
Oh,
know.
but the people. But here's the thing: if you're from what is it? Is it China or is it Africa that does it? I think it's China that does the neck rings.
Oh no, oh that's Africa.
Is
Some
it
parts of
Africa
Africa.
that does the
Yeah.
neck ring? So they can cosplay the characters from the ballroom anime. But uh, but I mean, I think people understand what we're saying. Like it's like
Oh, but no, people understand. Just that people are just shit about in general. Well, I mean, I honestly don't know how big of a problem this is. I mean, obviously, I've with my experience, I haven't had any personal experience, but like people calling me out or like, well, I wouldn't think people call me out in public because I would kick their ass. But you know, um, it's mostly just an online thing, to be honest. And I can only hope that it's a small minority of
well,
people that kind of just like talk shit online.
here's how I feel. Most people are inherently good. I would say a good like 85% of the world is like they're genuine decent people. They don't
Right.
have to be like the best humans on earth because
Mm-hmm.
not everyone has the same beliefs about equality and shit like that. But inherently they're not going to fucking go, just shit on everybody immediately. Like even the people that aren't in necessarily those equal countries aren't going to like necessarily participate in the stoning of whatever.
Right.
Uh, but like, there's still that 15% that are the loudest 15%, which makes you think of, uh, which makes you think that it's a lot of people. Well, it is a lot of people. 15% of like what's 8 billion, 7 billion people is a shit ton of people.
That's honestly a shit ton of people. Yes.
So in our daily lives, we get to hear that 15%, which is some millions of people still being shitty, which is still a lot of people. But what can you do? People are gonna be shitty no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You can't cure the shittiness of the world. It's impossible. And if you try, you're
With the fool's
getting
errand.
towards that those TV shows where it's like we're gonna cleanse the world of all the evil by just
Yeah, look what happened to the Crusades. That worked out.
crusades. Look at fucking what happened to those shows that try to make utopias by policing the shit out of people, and then now everyone hates it.
Oh,
Those kind of things. It's not gonna happen.
fun fact: did you know that a scientist tried to make a rat utopia and they ended up like killing themselves?
Yes, I did hear that, and I thought that was hilarious.
Like
But it
even
wasn't. It was because I think he fucked it up somewhere, and they all suffocated.
no. Like at a certain like there was like after like multiple experiments, they got one to live. Like they got one to like last like a few days, like a few days, like
Hmm.
in weeks. But the
Oh,
thing
okay.
is, at a certain point, like there was long story short, there was a hierarchy ended up being established amongst all the rats.
A hierarchy.
Yeah, and they all ended up like just killing each other.
Interesting.
I get to share that story, but it was an interesting read. Like essentially, like because the utopia was like they all got food, beds, and all that stuff. But after a certain point, they all just kind of went batshit crazy and started killing each other. Because I guess because there was a hierarchy that was like some of them were like on the higher levels. I mean, they were all essentially equal too, but some of them chose to be at the higher levels, uh, lazed around, and then most of them kind of just like went and just started cannibalizing on each other.
Hmm. Even though they had plenty of food and stuff.
Yeah, even though they had plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of bed space, no natural predators around, they still fucking collapsed as a society.
Well, there you go. If rats do it, we'll do it. We can't have a utopia. We have to have some
Shitty
level
people.
of struggle and shittiness to appreciate the goodness that we see in other people.
That's the thing though. You have to make sure that we want to make sure that shittiness is us like a minority. As like Jarron said, 15% is 15%, but it's still a lot of people, but it's also still the minority.
Right. It's
We
still the
don't.
minority. So fucking cosplayers out there, fucking wear what you gonna fucking wear. Because you're gonna get hate. Some people don't like fat people. Some people don't like skinny people. Some people don't like black people. Some people don't like white people. Some people don't like Asian people. Some people don't like something. And you're gonna get flack for it no matter what you do. especially when you put it online. But you got to ignore it because there's a difference between constructive criticism and
Destructive.
fucking destructive it's not even criticism at that point. It's
It's
just
just.
saying, "Oh, you're fat. Fuck you." Like, that's not criticism. That's just someone forcing their preferences upon you.
Honestly, and I mean, and this is actually a good conversation to be talking about now, since con season is literally like around the corner,
Hmm.
and we want everyone to enjoy the con experience. Like back when we did our con video back in ASIN last year, last year, Jesus Christ, oh,
Hmm.
so long ago. Um, have we want everyone to have fun. Anime is literally there for everybody, and I guess it'd be easier said than done to be preaching about, like, you gotta be strong, or you gotta make sure that you have a good support, good amount of friends to, like, not back you up, but, like, they know that you're having fun, you're doing what you want to do, and all
Right.
that. You shouldn't really stick around to negative people in general if they're gonna just bash on you all the time.
Yeah. But
Um,
it's again, it's hard to do so because again, the whole, people feel uncomfortable doing certain cosplays, and when they finally get the courage to do it, it feels like when people shit on you that the world's against you. But you got to remember that the people that aren't that so there's people that are being like, all right, your cosplay is not this, that, and that. Where it's like a constructive criticism in the sense that this is where you could have improved it. If there's things like that, and you're like, all right, sure, yeah, there's things I could do if I had maybe more money or had more time or whatever, blah blah blah, whatever. And then there's people like, well, if you lost weight, you could blah. And those are the people you ignore because they're
yeah,
like,
honestly, it's those kind of comments that really that it sticks out.
right, it's unnecessary. Or if your skin tone is maybe a little bit too dark for this. Maybe if you tried this cosplay, I'm like, no, fuck you. You can't you can't say that. That's not an actual criticism. A person's body isn't what's going to fucking dictate how like good the quality of the cosplay is. It's the how much effort they put into it.
Right.
And if you think otherwise, you're a fucking skank lord.
Yes, John. Yes. um, the same can also be applied with, I guess, trying too hard in a sense.
What do you mean?
Um, well, I mean, generally speaking, I mean, I don't even. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it, but I guess some people do. But, like, when people purposely change their skin tone to match the characters themselves.
That is also unnecessary. Because I get where you're going for. I get what you're going for. You're trying to match character, but like celebrate who you are. Don't fucking white, black, yellow, purple, green, fucking
Well, that's the thing, though,
yeah.
because I mean, there's flexibility if the character's, like, green, or, like, literally a different color and all that stuff.
Well, okay, if
But I
you're
mean,
cosplaying Beast Boy, yeah, fucking paint yourself green. If you're cosplaying fucking
as an avatar.
as an avatar, yeah, be blue. Like if it's if it's literal colors, like do it. But if like they're just
Yeah.
a different race, don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah, because that, again, that ties in with the whole accuracy. You don't have to be accurate as long as cosplay is about the cosplay what you're trying to do with the cosplay. You want to appreciate the character. It doesn't mean you want to be accurate. You want to be accurate to the character, right?
Well, I mean, you're trying to be accurate, but not like literally change your body for it.
Yeah.
Unless again, it's those other colors where it's a fucking where it wouldn't make. Let me see. I want to say if it wouldn't make sense. For example, you can cosplay Beast Boy, but you're not. The whole point to Beast Boy is the fact that he's green. Like certain characters, the whole point isn't necessarily that they're black or Asian or whatever. It's like that's. For example, when white people cosplay May, they get the glasses, they get the bun, but they're not gonna fucking squint their eyes.
Right. Exactly.
Even though that's the stereotype for Asian people, like
Right.
I'm not gonna say that Asian people don't have narrower eyes in most of the other world. Like, come on now. You don't have to. You don't have to do. In fact, May's eyes aren't squinty, but that's because
They're just point. They're just what is it? They're sharp,
they're
well,
sharp, right? You're
like
not
any
gonna.
other Asian person.
Well, I guess you put on the makeup to make your eyes. It's a
Make him
difficult
scary.
subject to talk about.
Make it scary, but that's some freaky shit there.
You don't have to match the race of your character if you're trying to celebrate the character themselves. If you like the character and you want to dress up as them, do what you got to do. Now there is appropriation and things like that, of course, but that's a difficult ball game to navigate.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And like, yeah, it's like what you said. It's a celebration of the character. You don't want to. You're not trying to like literally be the character. You can try to be, but it's uh well. I'm sort of if I'm iffy on it because I personally don't have a problem with it, but like I know that a lot of people do have a problem with that kind of stuff, even though the intent obviously is for for the better, or well, yeah, there's no from what I see, there's no malintent when people try to do it, but it's not like this is a very
Yeah,
iffy subject.
it's hard to talk about um the
Cause
whole
like
thing with appropriation in cosplay because it's again that takes a greater mind to navigate than I have. Because the way I see it is, I get when people get upset. For example, when you cosplay a black character and you do the dreads, or if they have it, people will get upset like you can't do dreads because that's cultural, whatever. I'm like, I get it to a certain degree, but at the same time, like it's hard to be a character when like they have for example, if you're cosplaying Killer B from
right.
Naruto, he
Mm.
has he has not dreadlocks, but he has
Braids.
braids. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck, I can't believe I forgot. That's what it was called. He has braids, and giving yourself braids, you know, some black people would get upset about it, and I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like that's a part of his whole shtick. But then at the same time, um, uh, when it's the reverse and you're cosplaying a certain character and you give them dreads, it's like, well, is that you're like blackifying the character, which again is fine, but at the same time, I don't know, I feel like that's like a double standard or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like there's this double standard with a lot of different aspects, and I mean I'm all for like as long as the intent is what good,
Mm,
then I honestly don't see a problem. It's not like people are mocking the character or like even the whole fucking race, but like it's a I mean it's a little extreme of a devotion to
right,
cosplay, but it's still cosplay as long as the intent is not supposed as long as the intent is not it's not ill intent pretty much.
right,
Like because I mean again I personally don't have a problem with it. I'm not gonna call someone out on it. I'd be commenting like wow that's a lot of dedication you have there.
right.
It's kind of like if someone was like if someone became cosplayed as the original Mr. Popo from like Dragon Ball, like where he was literally black,
Well,
or like
that one's one of those difficult ones where it's like you can't blackface yourself. I mean, if you can wear the outfit and people will know. Like if you got
mhm
the turban, you got the outfit, people would know
mhm
unless they think you're cosplaying a genie. But then I don't know. See, that one's one of those difficult ones. You just can't blackface yourself. Maybe if you wore a black mask, but then you have to do the lips and the eyes, which then is in itself racy. But then again, the whole see, it's a fucking circle of bullshit.
honestly it is. I kind of I mean it again we're not we're whenever people want to see people trying to do cosplay, they're not. I honestly don't think people have the intent to like say, oh yeah, I'm a fucking cosplay. Is this because I fucking hate or I fucking wanna what is it make fun of this certain group of people, blah blah, all that good stuff.
Well, even then, it's like if you're like even if you don't have any ill intent, I mean, it'd be the same thing as, oh, I have no ill intent to go visit these people that have no connection to society. Oh no, I got killed by them. What a twist.
Mm,
You know, it's there's even if you have pure intentions, doing certain things can still be
bad.
like bad.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean,
like
yeah,
I said, it's a
I
difficult thing.
I understand there's a line though. Like you can't just like I do understand there's a line. Like it's kind of like you don't show up in a fucking what is it in a fucking pointed hood robe and say that you're from what's it called fuck, what's the other one called again with Alucard?
What? Oh, Helsing?
Yeah, Helsing. Aren't there characters like that in Helsing? Literally, or
Where-
like literally Nazis and like
Yeah, there are
people.
literal Nazis in Helsing,
Yeah,
and
and there's also literally like I guess they're KKK members or
I don't
something.
remember there being KKK members in Helsing.
Well, they're like
There might have
white.
been.
They had like white pointed hoods and they're like of the church and all that stuff.
Oh,
But you know,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
yeah, like there's an obvious line. You can't really walk around in those kind of cladded outfits without
Right.
without someone kind of calling you out on it. Especially if you're walking around the public street.
Yeah.
Even like walking around as a Nazi. That's also. I mean, especially nowadays with today's political climate. But yeah, like even stuff like that. There's an obvious line to like. Well, yeah. There's an obvious line, but it's more so like do so at your own risk, and it's on you. To be honest, I kind of want to. I don't want to push the responsibility, but like I kind of want to like just say like a disclaimer, like if you choose to do this, just know you have, as long as you're aware that people will comment on that and not in the most welcoming of ways, especially
I mean,
especially what you're going with here.
yeah. But like, I don't know.
It's like we know cosplay is freedom, but like how free
You-
how free can we go to the point
Well,
where like it's like you can't be
yeah.
you're not trying to insult people, but you're saying like it's or like what is it? I remember there was a story I think a year ago. Someone was cosplaying a soldier from Wolfenstein. That's a video game. It was at
Right.
game con, and they were they weren't like straight up Nazi, but like you can tell that they were of part of the Nazi party because they were cosplaying as a character from Wolfenstein, and when the person was walking around, there was a lot of outrage and having people say that ban him from the con because he's dressed up as a Nazi trying to invoke
here's
violence, even though
here's the thing. Here's the thing. How I feel about if you're gonna do a Nazi character, don't wear the swastika.
yeah, he wasn't wearing a swastika. I don't think he was wearing a swastika. Let me double check.
See, then at that point in time, it gets weird because, like, I mean, I don't want to fucking outs myself right here, but like,
That's okay. We out ourselves anyway.
yeah, we outs ourselves anyway. Here's the thing. Again, I don't support Nazism in any way. I don't support negative things, but like people, when you design a military outfit, some people have very good fashion sense. I'm just saying, they dressed well.
Yeah, honestly,
As shitty as they were, that's the only good thing I'll ever say about them is that they dressed well.
yeah. Well, the Germans knew what they were doing.
The Germans knew what they were doing when they fucking put on their outfits, but again, everything that they do is not all Germans, but hashtag not all Germans.
Yes.
The Nazis were fucking like abhorrent pieces of garbage people, and everyone that wants to be them is shitty. But I will say that they dressed well. That's just saying. I mean, fucking military outfits typically do look good in general. I need you to comment, Jomel. I feel like I'm putting myself out on the spot here.
Oh no. I completely agree. I mean, there is also the censored version of of the whole outfit itself. So you
I
can
mean,
still
the
go with
censored
it.
version is not wearing the swastika.
Well, well, technically the censored version is like the little 3-pointed star, according to the other,
I mean, you
according
don't
to the
have to
official
wear a
word.
symbol at all. You're just like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
one of the characters
that's
from
true. I mean,
such and such.
you're not trying to invoke anything, to be honest.
Right, because it's when you wear the symbols when you're representing. I feel like if you wear the outfit, like for example, there's plenty of anime these days where characters are in Nazi regalia. Like
Right.
for example, in Overlord, that's that one character that guards the treasury. If you if you're in that deep, he wears Nazi regalia. There's an anime out this season. I forget what it's called. It's the one where that new continent pops up and people try to
Oh,
explore it.
I still gotta
The
watch that. It looks
the
fucking
main
good.
character's wearing Nazi, or actually, well, Nazi regalia and old Japanese military uniforms are pretty similar, but that's because they were in
Imperial.
cahoots.
Yeah, there was Imperial Japan, or was it?
Imperial Japan, Imperial Germany, technically, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the wardrobe was very too standard with that era.
Right. Right. And like he's not catching flack just because he's wearing it. He's not, as long as you're not wearing the symbols and you're not fucking doing the the salute, you're fine. I think you're fine. Because if I see someone walking around like, okay, Wolfenstein, like those fucking the masks, the armor and shit, that it's cool. Yes,
Yeah,
it's cool.
it's like
But
steampunk, like Nazi steampunk.
it's like Nazi steampunk. Yes. Don't wear the fucking swastika. Don't be a piece of shit that way.
Yeah.
Don't wear the symbol that the in game, whatever the game uses. Don't have the symbol. Period. Then we know at the very least you can argue like, I'm not wearing the symbol. I'm not trying to represent. I'm just wearing the outfit.
You can still talk in a German accent, and all that stuff, and be cool and like pose and shit. But as long as you don't, don't really try to out yourself with that kind of with the
All right. Don't
symbolism, with the literal, and with like the salutes and all that. Don't try
don't
to
do any
out.
of that because at that point in time you're being an ass.
Yeah, because I mean that at that point you kind of are provoking because at that point you're sort of you're doing all that stuff knowing that it's historically bad,
Right.
and you probably shouldn't be doing it, and I'm sure you have a conscious knowledge of what those actions meant in history,
Right.
and obviously you shouldn't be doing that nowadays in general. You can wear
Right.
you can wear all the clads, you can clad yourself up with all the good gear and all that stuff. Just don't parade as a Nazi.
Right.
That makes any sense?
No, I think it does because like fashion has done no harm. It's just
The
don't
relationship
wear the
between
symbols that
oh
come with
yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly. So, and this also goes to the other side of that spectrum too. Like, if that person has done all that we've said, not wearing symbols, not parading around like a fucking jackass, then I personally don't see a problem with them cosplaying as a character from a particular era of human history.
Well, you also can't really just dress as Hitler, even if you
Oh no,
don't
yeah.
wear
I mean, absolutely not. You can't be walking around
even
like
you can't
Guten
have the
Tag.
mustache and the even if
I
you don't
mean,
wear the symbols, we know you're doing Hitler, and that's
I
still
mean,
bad.
well, I mean, two words: Charlie Chaplin.
Uh, y- but he didn't wear Nazi regalia.
No, I mean,
You could still be Charlie Chaplin without.
fine. Can I be Hitler without the regalia?
Can you?
Can I?
I don't think so.
Probably
Well, I
not. No.
mean,
By the way,
because
we're not supporting of Nazis at all. Just this is a disclaimer before anyone takes it out of context.
because okay, here's the thing. Let's say you're doing Charlie Chaplin because both him and Hitler had similar statues, though I think Charlie's was thicker. I think, I don't know. If you got the bowler hat, if you got the suit, because right, he wore a bowler hat, didn't he?
Yeah, he wore a bowler hat and suit.
Right. If you got the bowler hat and the suit, to people that don't know, maybe they think you're doing Hitler, but to people that know, that's Charlie Chaplin. You're doing Charlie Chaplin. Sure, fine, yeah, do that. If you're good, you can't. I'm just gonna say you can't dress as Hitler. You can't just wear the mustache and then a suit because you're being Hitler. You can't if you put the bowler hat on, then we're assuming you're being Charlie Chaplin. But otherwise, you can't fucking
Yeah.
don't dress as Hitler.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Don't dress
Yeah.
as a monk. Don't fucking do that. Don't dress as fucking Mao Zedong. Don't dress as Stalin. Well, actually, you know what? You could probably do Stalin because he doesn't have as negative as a rep, even though he was still a piece of shit.
I mean,
If not more than Hitler, because
I mean, he did kill more than Hitler.
he did kill more
Historically.
than Hitler. Fucking Mao
Actually,
Zedong killed more than Hitler.
Yeah, I think Mao Zedong killed more than both of them.
Yeah.
So
So it's I get you know, again, it goes to that whole
how Kim Jong Un? Can I go as Kim Jong Un? Walk around with my pudgy self and a bad haircut and be like, hello. No.
uh
Oh god.
I mean,
No one's
again,
gonna come from us
not-
now.
it there's not going to be as many people that point you out because there's not. Again, while Stalin and Mao killed many people, it wasn't. I mean, I don't want to say it was as bad because it was definitely worse. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't really compare. They're all evil, but like, how do you? It's not as represented. Like it doesn't have as in America. It doesn't have as direct effect because we have the Jewish community in America, and there's not that big of a. Well, I don't know how many people are Jews in China
Russia.
or how many people that were affected by Mao live here, or people that were affected by Stalin live here. But you won't get as many people that point it out as you would as dressing as Hitler because it's. I guess he's a bit more symbolic than they are. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, Hitler was very marketed that way over the last few decades.
Well, here's the thing. To be safe, don't dress as any of them. How about that? Don't do it. Don't if you think you're about to offend an entire fucking attempted to be killed off community, don't fucking do it. If you're gonna again, but if it's a fashion, I get it. You know, there's an argument to be made that I get that it's that the symbolism is wrong, but I'm not wearing the symbols. I'm not wearing anything close to the symbols. I'm just wearing the fashion.
Yeah, I mean, and going to that, if somebody is just wearing the fashion, and adding more to it, like Wolfenstein, with all the armor and all that steampunk shit.
Right. Do that. Don't just show up in Nazi clothes unless you specifically are wearing. I don't even know because I can't think of any characters
from Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, but that's because it took a fantasy aspect to it. If you're gonna do that, do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and this also goes for the people on the other side of things where when they're looking at people's cosplay, like if it's clear that they're not they're doing what we're telling them, not wearing a symbol, they're fantasying up the look. I don't think you should be calling arms their ban in general because they happen to be wearing Nazi-esque regalia. We gotta. I mean, again, as long as they're not being an ass, we all gotta chill about stuff like that.
Well, as long as it's within, if you're at a con, then yes.
Yeah, if you're at a con,
you can get away with it because I guess the environments.
Just make sure you have a hotel room so you can change out of it. But
right.
I don't know. You want to walk up into a den and be like, "Guten Tag, Fraulein."
Yeah, don't.
Can I have the American cheeseburger with the French fries?
Don't.
I mean, even if you're not wearing the symbols and all that stuff, it's obvious you're, unless they're the Red Skull people probably think that you're a fucking Nazi. Because even the Red Skull is pretty obviously he's of Nazi origin, but he's got a red skull.
Yeah, but because it's fantasy. It's a red skull. It's not real. Don't.
I can only imagine that confrontation.
It's fucking difficult.
It is difficult, but I feel like a lot of the difficulties is we're thinking too much.
Well, at the same time, people's what's the word? taste
Disconnect.
for it
Oh,
is
distaste.
is
Yeah.
is validated because again,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
people.
validated, but there's certain I think there are different levels of where you can be in a disagreement with somebody, especially if you know it's not going too far. But even that's even an argument, that so to speak.
Right.
I see where I stand on this. Where I stand in cosplay as a whole. You know, just don't be an ass, and it's all good. But then again, that's way too broad to even just
That's
validate.
if you see again. I don't know if there's a blanket statement you can say about it because
There
it
probably
depends.
isn't.
Everything's different. Everything has a certain level. Like if you're gonna cosplay a black character, don't do blackface. If you're gonna cosplay a Nazi character, don't wear the symbology. If you're gonna cosplay a character that has a different body type, don't worry about it because you can't fit the body type because you're not
You're not long neck giraffes.
you're
So
not long neck giraffes. You're not fucking. If it's a big character and you're thin, you can still cosplay it. If you're a big person, you're cosplaying a thin character, you can still do that. It's
yeah,
every
even
cos.
that has been some call. Like people were commenting how thin people can't be cosplaying as thick characters or stuff like that.
I
Like
mean,
that's
but you can. I mean, I might not. Might not appreciate it as much, but that's not your business to try to appease them. You can't push your standards on people. You have to. If you don't like the cosplay, if you don't have a constructive reason to why you don't like the cosplay, then you don't need to comment on anything.
yeah. Just walk away. Honestly,
Just walk away and like I don't like it. I'm moving on. It's as
yeah.
simple as that. If you want to tell them like, hey, I don't like this, you don't have to tell them why because the reason why is probably petty and shallow.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, I don't like this. That's all. If you're gonna say it, that's all you need to say. Because
Yeah.
they don't have to change themselves to fit your needs.
Honestly, but then again, though, uh, no, yeah, there honestly isn't any kind of blanket statement to like help
It's
all this
not. It's
out.
because again, every
It's
situation's fucking its
it is all
own.
situational. It's all
Yeah.
different. Um, I mean, can I go with have fun?
You can go with have fun, but don't fucking tread on anybody's fucking.
have fun.
See,
Have fun with moderation. How about that? Have fun with
Have fun with consideration.
there you go. Have fun with consideration. That's good. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Actually, yeah. That's
Yeah.
actually not bad. Yeah. Have fun with consideration, because you're not the only one in the con.
Right, you're not the only one with con. Everyone has their own backgrounds. I'm not saying you have to fit everybody's expectations, but again, don't fucking come as a Nazi with a swastika and not expect to get fucking people upset.
Yeah, that's true. There also is a level of personal responsibility as well.
Oh yeah, that's the name of the game. There is personal
But
responsibility. You
that
know
goes
what you're
on
fucking doing.
but that also goes for both ends. I personally think it goes also with both ends, just because because it also deals with level of competency as well.
If you
Y-
see someone in a Wolfenstein style Nazi armor and they're not wearing symbols, you don't need to comment on them because they're at a con. They think it looked cool and they're
mhm.
wearing it. Don't
Yeah,
fucking jump down their throat because they're cosplaying a fantasy rendition of something.
yeah, pretty much. So
As
that go
long as they're not wearing the symbolic the symbols or anything like that, it should be fine.
And then same thing goes for the cosplayer. As even though you're not wearing the symbolism and all that stuff, don't start walking around with your hands in the fucking air and start to recite Mein Kampf. That good
Right.
stuff.
Don't fucking be again, you know what you're doing. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, don't do it.
It's all there's a general level of competency, and just being able to be conscious of what you're doing on both
Right.
ends,
Right.
and just have fun with consideration,
Right. Right.
or cosplay with consideration, because I mean It's a fucking con. You're there for the weekend. You might as well enjoy the time you have there and not be butthurt about anything. You know, whether this person's too thick or this person's too thin or this person's too green or whatever.
Right.
You know.
You don't need to shit on people to have fun. And if you do have to shit on people to have fun, fuck you.
You're you're a shit person.
Right, you're a shit person.
Now, Jarron, you think I you know I'm playing devil's advocate right now, but like, you know, I guess you could say the same thing about furries, right?
No, furries are the scum of the earth. There's no argument to be made.
I see you haven't waved.
Nope.
Even all that.
I will not wave.
After all that lecturing we did for the general public, you're.
Look, that's a general public. Furries aren't part of the general public.
I mean.
Nope.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one day, John. I'll get you one day to hug a furry one day. One year.
You will not.
1 year, I'll get you to hug a furry, and that'll be a fucking
You will
day.
not. You will not.
If you didn't know it was a furry, though.
How would I not know it's a furry if they're in a fucking fursuit?
I mean, fine. Imagine this: you're in a room, or no, you're in our room, you know, chilling and shit, and then a furry kind of just walks in the room.
I'll fucking fight you. I will fight you.
Me? You'd fight me?
No, if you're not in a fursuit.
No, it's not me. It's someone else.
And I don't know you're a furry. We're fine. I don't want to know about your bullshit.
No, it's not me. It's someone else.
I'm not saying you.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying you as a blanket.
Oh, okay.
Thing. But yes, no, fuck furries. Don't literally fuck furries. Just.
People, I mean, do you? I guess, you know.
No.
No, and
no.
You're never gonna let people do what they want.
No.
With furries,
you're not allowed.
Not allowed.
Banned.
You walk into a fucking orgy. Not allowed. Just.
Have a spray bottle. Like, no, bad.
Bust in there like a fucking like the FBI. Like, not allowed.
This is the police.
Stop! You violated the law.
Pay a fine or face your crimes.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Dick's hanging out and everyone's kind of just like freaking out. Oh god. But you know, okay. But yeah, we've been going on for a little bit here. We kind of have to cut it short here because Jarron has to work. You know, normal job shit.
Be a responsible adult.
You're gonna be a normie. That's what you are. But as always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading us. As we said, content is right around the corner. Don't be an ass on either side, and just have fun with consideration. All right.
That's right.
And again, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading us. As of right now, we are at 1,695 total downloads. So we're close to that 1,700 downloads, and we are racking up there to 2,000 2K downloads.
2K boys and girls.
And we gotta start figuring out, Jarron. Well, you didn't even do your 1K.
I didn't know what to do. I'm fucking in Bama. I don't know what I can do here. Can't fucking walk down the street without someone trying to call me their brother and fuck me.
I mean, but in your case it'd be good because you're not their brother. They, you know.
Right.
But you know.
But I don't want to find out that I am.
What?
I don't know.
All right, but I don't know. Hopefully, okay, fine. I will excuse you for the 1,000 downloads. So I'm gonna expect something out of you in the 2K downloads, Jarron. Because I'm gonna still do something for the 2K downloads too.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, you got 300 downloads essentially to figure that out, how long that is. But as always, guys,
20 tacos.
20 tacos.
Yep.
How about 2,000 Pocky? No, that's expensive as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really expensive.
Just Naruto run to 2,000.
Can't do that in Bama.
What do you mean?
Can't do that in Bama.
What do you mean? You can't Naruto run on their fucking block?
No.
Why?
Too many black people.
Be like that boy ain't right.
Right.
As they're fucking Naruto screaming and running down the block like Sasuke, you know, all that good stuff. All right, fine. We'll figure it out. We have plenty of time, sort of, to figure that out. But as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
And we, on the Wannabe Boo podcast, bring you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for life.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.